advertisers, management, staff, or ownership of WCTC.
No time to call Jersey Central? Join the conversation online and be a part of WCTC's real-time talk. Like 1450 WCTC on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 1450 WCTC. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Think we could listen to the radio
on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
708, good morning to you. It's hour number 2 of Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It's Bert. Good morning. Contest is coming up. Chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets for American Repertory Ballet's The Nutcracker. It'll be on stage at State Theater, New Jersey. We've got the 4 tickets for the Friday, December 15th, 7:30 p.m. performance. Your chance to call in and win is coming up very soon. It'll be sometime during this 7 o'clock hour. Let's get right to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. I had the privilege of attending an event and hosting a book reading and signing event in Toms River not long ago at the Ocean County Library. It was with best-selling author John D'Amore and the follow-up to his book, The Boss Always Sits in the Back. And there was a great event that is coming up this week that I wanted to give you some information on. That has to do with fans of science fiction and comic books and games and fantasy and horror. Very popular nowadays. And joining me on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline is one of the committee members who puts together the event called FanNation, which I just love. The Geekstravaganza is coming back. So let's welcome in our guest this morning, Bob Vosseller, who also does the public relations work for the Ocean County Library. Robert, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Good to speak with you. Why do things like this, science fiction conventions and comic books and cosplay, why do you think this continues to be such a popular event anytime things like this happen, Bob? Why do they draw out such big numbers of people?
Because I think it brings in our wide audience of interests and gives people a chance to compare notes on costuming and just what they enjoy watching. It's really fun to watch the fans that come out because, they may not even have known each other, but then they'll end up having all these conversations about, oh, I saw this too. What did you think about this episode? I mean, we're going to be talking about everything from the new Star Trek TV, the new series to Game of Thrones. It's just such a wide array of interests that all come together. And we're really excited to be bringing the 3rd annual FanNation Geekstravaganza back to the area.
Awesome. And on the more contemporary front, I mean, there's fans nowadays of Harry Potter and this Stranger Things series, which has really gotten very popular in recent years and recent months. It seems like,
we'll be covering that too.
Right, brand new Star Wars movies on the horizon. So it continues to just sort of be a popular thing. And it's not for kids anymore, Robert. This is for grown-ups who are coming out and sort of finding their own sort of inner superhero and having some fun with some other people.
Absolutely. And it's so much fun to see the generations of fans. We'll be kicking off FanNation this Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 at our Mancini Hall in our Toms River branch at 101 Washington Street with our Star Wars Empire Strikes Back staged radio play and themed party that will be featuring the Rocketeer radio group that brings their production of theatrical lighting, fog effects, period costumes, and vintage commercials. They'll be kicking things off with Star Wars, and we've got a mock-up for photo use built by our wonderful printing and graphics department, a replica of the Cantina bar, from the first Star Wars movie. Star Wars turns 40 years old this year, and of course the new movie is coming out in just a few weeks, so it's perfect timing for that. And we'll also have our friends from the Star Wars Costume Club, the 501st Legion. They'll be available for photos, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I know so many people, Robert, that are just such big fans of the Star Trek series and Star Wars, and with these superhero movies that continue to just make literally billions of dollars every time, there's a new Avengers or Justice League or Superman or something that comes out. People just go in gigantic numbers because I think everybody who grew up, loving the superheroes like myself. I mean, I was a kid. I'd bury my nose in comic books every hour of every day as a little kid. It just continues to become just such a part of our culture. It's really remarkable.
Absolutely, and this weekend is the release date of Justice League, so we're hoping everyone will come off and come out to our Geekstravaganza, and maybe after it's done, then they can go off to the movies and go check out Justice League.
You timed this absolutely perfectly by having this on Friday and Saturday of this week. So again, the library. This is Washington Street, and I had the pleasure of meeting you not long ago. Just a little ways off, just a couple turns off the Parkway, and you're right in downtown Toms River. There's lots of parking, and it's a beautiful library building, I must say, too.
Yeah, we have free parking by the deck area in the back of the library on the weekends, and after 5 o'clock on weekdays. So it'll be free parking on Friday and Saturday in those areas. Our second event is Saturday, of course, FanNation itself, which will run this year from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In various areas of the Toms River branch. And we take over the Toms River branch. It won't just be in Mancini Hall where the program you were at is. We have it on all 2 floors, plus the Bishop Building where our public relations department is based. And we'll be bringing fans of gaming, cosplay, anime, comic books, science fiction, fantasy, and horror. We're going to have 20 discussion panels, workshops, and special guests such as artist Amy Chu, who drew Red Sonja, and Philip McNulty is going to be there. He's the illustrator of the X-Men. Also, Amy worked on Wonder Woman, and that's a pretty popular character this year. Author Grady Hendrix, who wrote Paperbacks from Hell and the Women in Comics Collective International, he'll be there. And we also have our friends from the New York Ghostbusters who will be providing some Slime Time Live, which was a big hit last year. And then we've got, representing Star Trek, my own group that I had when I'm not working at the library, the Starfleet USS Challenger will be there to discuss the new series Star Trek Discovery, and we'll touch on our enjoyment of the Fox series The Orville, which, while not a Star Trek series, is pretty darn close to it, and it's been very popular. And then OCL has its own anime club, and they'll be present. And then we'll have, as I said, panels and workshops that are going to cover comic books and anime and cosplay creation and drawing comics. My fellow coworker in the public relations department, Daniel Fitzgerald, he's going to be doing a panel on Game of Thrones, which, of course, is super popular. And we'll be talking about Doctor Who, which has a new lead and a new production showrunner, so there's lots to talk about with Doctor Who. And then, of course, we conclude the day with a big cosplay contest, and we've expanded it to have a new category with a group category if they have a special theme. And, of course, everyone's encouraged to come in costume or, however they feel comfortable, T-shirts with their favorite genre on it or whatever. And but we do hope a lot of people will register for our costume contest.
Excellent. Now, the programs are all free, but you do want people to register and just in advance, just call in and let you know that they're going to be attending?
Yes. Mostly for Friday, we
Okay.
encourage registration because, we have that event, the Star Wars kickoff on Friday will be at the Mancini Hall. So, we have a little limited seating there. It's still pretty big, but we prefer that people register for that so we can get an idea of the space.
Gotcha.
People can register by calling 732-349-6200 or visit theoceancountylibrary.org.
Excellent. Good stuff. Sounds like just 2 days of just nothing but fun stuff that's going on there, Robert. So have some fun with that, and congratulations putting together a real fun event. So great speaking with you. Have a great time this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully we could talk again someday soon, all right?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this.
You bet. Thank you so much. All right, again, the event is coming up Friday and Saturday. Toms River at the Ocean County Library. You can visit the website, theoceancountylibrary.org, for more information.